The ROTOmaX distillation unit by Renzmann offers you an eco-friendly, fully automated way of cleaning solvents right on your shop floor. This is Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones manages a company that produces paints. Paints and varnishes are mixed in containers that must be cleaned regularly and thoroughly with solvent to maintain the high quality of the mixtures. Mr. Jones's colleague Mr. Smith owns a print shop that uses solvents to remove ink residues from presses in an inline cleaning process. This means that instead of ink, solvent is pumped into the press. Removable press parts are cleaned with solvent in special washing machines. Solvents are also used to wash the flexible plates produced for flexographic printing applications. However, solvents are harmful to the environment and they cost a lot of money. That is why Mr. Jones gives his used solvent to an external contractor. The contractor cleans Mr. Jones's solvent, along with solvents from many other companies. That costs money too. After cleaning, the solvent is returned to Mr. Jones, but it can still contain washed-out residues from the other company's solvents. Mr. Jones also has to pay the costs of transporting the solvent to the contractor and back. Finally, disposing of the hazardous waste that's created during cleaning is also very expensive. "Stop," says Mr. Smith. "There's a cheaper, simpler and more eco-friendly solution." Mr. Smith uses ROTOmaX distillation unit by Renzmann in his company. With this unit, Mr. Smith can clean his used solvent on site, directly on his shop floor. No more transportation costs and no more paying for contractors to clean the solvent externally. As a result, Mr. Smith saves a lot of money. So much, in fact, that his investment in a modern distillation unit has paid off in a mere year and a half. Plus, Mr. Smith can be sure that the clean solvent does not contain any foreign substances from other companies that might cause problems in his print shop. So how does the Renzmann ROTOmaX distillation unit work? Asks Mr. Jones. It's fully automated, says Mr. Smith. With a single press of a button, you can fill or refill the unit and start the distillation process. If you want, you can even discharge the residue automatically. And there's no manual cleaning of the distillation boiler. During distillation, the solids, in your case paints and varnishes, are separated from the solvent. With the Renzmann ROTOmaX distillation unit, that's really easy, on you and on the environment. Mr. Smith's modern distillation unit generates only a small amount of residue that can be disposed of inexpensively. Nearly all of the solvent is recovered and can be reused in production and to clean presses and removable press parts. No transportation required. That's also good for the environment. Mr. Smith's employees are happy too, because the modern technology of the unit minimizes the emission of solvent vapors at the workplace. All this sounds really good to Mr. Jones, and he decides to invest in a modern and fully automated Renzmann ROTOmaX distillation unit for his paint company. Because it's better for the environment, prevents emissions at the workplace, and saves his business a lot of money. More information at www.dw-renzmann.de.